So I was just walking around the airport and I happened to see the 747 being pulled in today to be taken back to Mumbai. One of the very old aircrafts of Air India on its verge of retirement. Hello from Delhi Airport, folks. I just arrived here a short while ago on Vistara's flight from Mumbai to Delhi, especially to take the Air India 747 flight back to Mumbai. As a result, and because I did not want to step out of the airport because of the COVID norms, I just used the transfer desk of Air India and just cleared security check and got back into the main atrium of the airport, where in roughly about 4 hours from now, I'll be taking the Air India 747 flight AI 863 back to Mumbai. Not a lot of time left for boarding to start on my flight, at least as per the original boarding time, and now I'm headed to the gate to catch a glimpse of the Air India Boeing 747. Interesting story about the Air India 747 and how I ended up on this flight. Like you know, this is perhaps one of the last times, if not the last time, when the Air India 747 will fly for a commercial flight. And when I found out about this flight, I decided I had to come to Delhi to fly on this plane. The last I flew on this was perhaps in the year 2005 or 2006, so it had been a very long time. The 747 is a personal favorite of mine, and it's been sad how so many airlines have had to let their 747s go without a proper see-off. Qantas, British Airways, Virgin Atlantic being some of them. So, but as soon as I booked my ticket, there were some conflicting messages that this flight had been cancelled. On the Air India website, it showed alive, but on Google, Flight Radar, many other websites, it showed cancelled. Eventually, after a lot of asking around, I got some signals that this flight was actually happening, and I made it to the Delhi airport to be able to catch this flight on the 747 AI 863. And too bad it's happening in the night, so there will not be many great visuals on the outside for the plane spotters, but I hope it's going to be an enjoyable ride tonight. So here it is, Agra VT-EVA, ready to take me back to Mumbai. Fun fact, Agra is the city I was born. So,
passengers on Air
lovely.
India flight 863
AI 863 is announced. Time to go.
Thank you for waiting.
On board.
India flight 863 to Mumbai. Thank you for waiting. All remaining, please have your own boarding card.
I think most of the people on this flight today are here because it's the 747. The pictures everyone's taken the gate should be proof enough, I guess. There it is. Welcome to the lower deck, where the economy class looks pretty much empty today. This economy class is configured in a 343 configuration, with each seat having seat back entertainment. Whether it works or not is something we still to find out, but from the looks of it, we do have some entertainment on board today. The loose on the ground floor at the back is this little alley, and then you can use this place to move around the aircraft. This aircraft has done a lot of time, a lot of good missions. The Gulf War, extraction of Indians. Recently, COVID, they've done a lot of missions extracting Indians and bringing them back to India as well. And this plane is massive, like you can see. Seats to no end, you can see it. Here's the view from the end of the plane in economy class. I am lost which row this is, but this is definitely beyond row number 80. The famed ladders, Boeing 747. Let's climb these up and arrive on the upper deck where we're seated for the night.
I can reduce the power, yes.
Here we are in the upper deck of the 747. This is where the business class of the Air India 747s is based. Flying business with them today, and looking forward to flying one of these angled flat seats. That's 18 kilo, my seat this evening, and perhaps one of the best seats in the house to capture all the horsepower that's waiting to take us on out there. So the cabin secured and we are all set to go. So far, bowls of water have been passed around in the J-class cabin, and welcome drinks, which were Tetra packs of real juices.
The flight today is 1 hour and 40 minutes, and the distance 1,255 kilometers. Dinner will be served on this sector. We'll be manually demonstrating flight safety instructions and request your full attention. Thank you.
Pressure should fall. Oxygen mask will drop automatically.
Yes.
Pull the mask towards you. Cover your nose and mouth. Place the mask over your nose and mouth. Tighten the elastic band and breathe normally.
India went vegetarian on all their economy class meals, but when it comes to business class, visitors do have a choice today. So I was going to be served dinner, and they asked me if I wanted a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian meal. I went for the non-vegetarian one, and I think in both cases it is biryani today. So let's find out. There's some bread, there's some dessert, which I think is son papri or pamisa, however you call it, and then there is some very nice hot biryani around here. Wow, this is super hot coming out of the oven. So there's some gravy, there's all of the Air India dinner tonight. So they finally managed to unwrap the meal, and this looks pretty amazing for a 1 hour 30 flight, and smells good too. Very, very good. So let's see how the grub tastes tonight. Wow, piping hot, delicious. Let me go get this meal done. You know, I'm off sweets, but patisa or son papi, whatever you want to call it, is a guilty pleasure. And I know my wife's going to see this video at some point in time, but I'm still going to go ahead and take the chance of digging my teeth into this amazing mithai. Gosh, that was good. So that was a very nice meal tonight for dinner. And I think most of my experiences with Air India on the wide body up in the air have been extremely nice, be it the 787, be it the 777, be it the 747 now. Having said that, I've always maintained my belief that the Air India cabin crew and flight crew are some of the most hard-working people in the industry, and they love keeping the flag high. And this is just a testament to that fact again. So I've just converted this seat into a bed, and this is the angle bed that you get. Like you can see, very much a slippery slope. Air India did not fully modernize these aircraft to keep up with the times. So if you ever land up one of these after today, you will still get one of these seats where you'll sit in a very, try and sleep in a very, very oblique position, if I may use the term. So I don't know if I've said this before, but it's been an absolute privilege to be on this flight tonight. This plane, the one we're flying tonight, has been the chariot of Indian leaders like the Prime Minister, the President of India, the Vice President, for over 10 years now. And yeah, it's kind of cool to be able to fly the same aircraft as they have been flying for a very long time. And yeah, I'm just out of words. Some of the other great duties this plane did, like we already mentioned, was the Gulf War in Wuhan, when this plane went out for extraction when COVID started. The structure of this aircraft came very handy. You know, we did not know much about the virus at that point in time, and the fact that the cockpit is on the top floor, on the upper deck where I'm sitting right now, helped because all the passengers who were being taken away from Wuhan back to India, but they were all on the ground floor, so the crew would not leave the cockpit. They'd be relieved by another set of crew who were also on the upper deck, and the upper deck was sealed. That's as much as I know. And yeah, so the cabin crew did not have to, there was no reason to worry that the crew would get infected with the virus when they were doing these sorties to bring back Indians home. And that, I think, is one more reason I respect this aircraft and Air India flying all the missions that they have on the 747. The earliest versions of the 747 for Air India were called the Palaces in the Sky. They had lounges on board. A quick trip into the restroom of the Jumbo. Still old school, flush around here, but on the whole looks pretty spacious when you compare it to the 2000s and 2020 models, where space has been squeezed out totally from the washrooms. No amenities, of course. This is a short flight. It's been a while I've seen all of the various kind of paper towels being stuffed into the hull of the plane. Usually nowadays what you find is they usually like this wall. So I managed to sneak into the 747 first class, and this is the way the cabin looks. It's actually a lie flat seat around here, and I think they have about 6 of these on this cabin, right up in the nose of the aircraft. Just got strapped into the seat to prepare for landing. I think we're flying over Navi Mumbai right now, and we should be at the Mumbai airport pretty quickly. So, like I said in the past, it's been a pleasure, it's been a privilege flying the 747. I don't know if I'll be getting more flights on this plane. Obviously, we're trying to squeeze in some more, but the crew on this plane has been absolutely a pleasure to deal with. Very professional, very kind.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mumbai. The local time is 16 minutes after 12. The night and the outside temperature is 28 degrees Celsius. Please remain seated and do not open the overhead bin until the seatbelt sign is switched.
One of those nights I don't really mind a bus deboarding, because that means I'll get some better views of this plane on the outside. Here is Agra, the airplane that flew us in all its glory. Just trying to just look at that. Next to it, fellow Star Alliance member right there. Say goodbye to the 747 guys right behind me. So that was a very interesting flight with Air India. Time to go home now. If you like this video, please do put the like sign up there and share and subscribe because that's the way we know you really appreciate our efforts. See you in another video soon.